procedure, that is, it is a filter quantitatively by using the Ashley filters by washed several times with the distilled water until the washings are free from chloride ions. This is what a procedure. Next, the precipitated along with the filter papers is ignited in previously wet gooch crucibles. This is one type of the crucibles. When the PPT will be get no from the filter papers, that time what happen, it ignitesly, and this is gives to 800 to 900 degrees Celsius, up to 800 to 900 degrees Celsius. These crucibles is cooled in desiccators and weighed. These crucibles is cooled in desiccators and weighed. Next, calculation about this experiment, that is what, let us amount of BaSO4 is precipitated by W, means weight of a what amount of a BaSO4. We know that 2.33.4, it is a given value of the BaSO4 solution, which contains 96.06 gram of sulfates. So here weight of the BaSO4 is contains, this formula is given. What is that? 96.06 into W into gram of sulfates, and that is 200 ml of the water samples which contains the sulfates. Okay, here sewage of a treatment. What is a sewage and its treatment? Here consisting of two types of the sewage and treatments are there. What is that? Domestic sewage and industrial sewage. Domestic and industrial, these are the two types of the sewage are there, which is a very important. Next, what is a domestic sewage? It is a waste discharged away from the residents, institutes and hospitals. This is a waste products from the work which is coming from the away from the residents, institute and hospitals. It includes the organic waste, pathogenic bacteria and plant materials, pesticides. It includes what here, different types of the bacteria are there, that is organic waste, pathogenic bacteria, plant materials, pesticides, detergents and other materials are there. So this is what here, domestic sewage, and these domestic sewage is causes what here, waterborne diseases, that is dysentery, cholera, typhoid and hookworm infection. This is what causes of domestic sewage. Next, industrial sewage. Industrial sewage is the water is released by the industries, contains PD, that is PD, Hg, Cn, AsCu acids. These are the alkaline processes are there, which is gives to there is a alkaline, that is mercury, arsenic, copper, acids. These are pesticides, detergents. These are the different types of the acids are there, which is consisting of industrial sewage. These industrial sewage is also causing by environmental problems, and it is harmless by suitable treatments. And these are the having two types of the bacterial degradations, that is aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic in the sense it is the presence of air and dissolved oxygen of the water. This is what aerobic degradations of or oxidation. Okay, next, anaerobic means it is in the absence of air or the oxygen, that is called as the anaerobic oxidation. Next, what is primary treatment? That is, it involves screening. That is what? It is a physical method which is used to remove the large amount of the methods, that is sewage. It can be screens and mesh screen. This is what the process of a primary treatment. Slits and grit removal. Removal of sand, broken glass pieces. It can be removed by using the grit chambers, in which water is allowed, that is a very low velocity, and it is heavier slits and particles settle down. Next, oil and grease removal. This is a primary treatment. This can be removed by skimming tanks. Here compressed air is blown into the sewage water due to the foam is formed. Where foam is formed, no, that time what happen, it compressed air is blown. Next, it will be helps to the foam, oil and grease. It comes above of the water, which is easily skimmed. We have to use that one. Sedimentation, it can be done by plain sedimentations or coagulation methods. In these methods, fine suspended impurities are removed, and it can be done by allowing the water and stand for a few minutes without disturbing. So whatever the fine particles are there, these fine particles, by adding these coagulants, by substances are there, which is fine particles are there, it becomes a large amount. It can be easily used. Secondary treatment, that is biological treatment. Primary treatment is over. Secondary treatment, this is used to remove the organic waste from the aerobic biochemical oxidation. Means it is in the presence of oxidation. That is primary secondary treatment. And these water is after primary treatment is subjected from the secondary treatment. This is a diagram of activated sludge. The water is enters from this one treatment tank, accelerators. Okay, this is water diagram, and it is activated sludge process. Next here reaction is given, that is CaOH twice plus NH4OH. It gives to this type of the reaction. Coagulation and sedimentation. Suspended particles are removed by sedimentation. It is in the presence of coagulants like alum, ferrous sulfates. These are the types of the ferrous sulfates. So this precipitated formed of aluminium oxides, that is AlOH thrice or FeOH twice. It's formed by coagulants in rough and fine particles, which is settled down. Next, filtration process. Coagulation is over. Next one is filtration. Water is passed through the filter pipe and it is removed the suspended matters. Degasification. Stripping of ammonia and other gases is done by degasifier, and these degasifiers is consist of large tower fitted with the number of plates, and these hot water is streaked through the plates which is having the dissolved gases. Next, disinfection. The pathogenic bacteria are there, these are destroyed by disinfection. Among this one, its chlorines is chief and effective, and these are filter water has a high clarity and is free from odor. So it's BOD, and these are mentally equivalent for the drinking water. Next, desalination of water is process of removal of dissolved salts from the sea water to the extent, and the water becomes unable usable to you. Means distillation means desalination of water means removal of dissolved salts. Whenever the dissolved salts are there, these dissolved salts from the sea water you have to remove and you have to use this become a usable water. That is called desalination or the desalting. Next, osmosis process. Osmosis is a spontaneous process which involves the flow of solvent from the dilute solution, that is semi-permeable membrane, that is called as the osmosis. It is a natural process. Only solvent can flow and not the solute, which developed a pressure known as osmotic pressure. When a pressure is applied is greater than osmotic pressure on the side of more concentrated solution, is process is called as osmosis. Reverse osmosis in the sense, what is osmosis? Osmosis means a spontaneous process which involves the flow of solvent from the dilute solution to the semi-permeable membrane, and it is a natural process only when the solvent is flow and not to the solutes. That is what here osmotic pressure. And next one, that is a reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis in the sense it is applied from the osmotic pressures on the side of more concentration of solution. It is process of osmosis, that is reverse osmosis. Principle: reverse osmosis is found to be it's very useful to the desalination of saline water, and this saline water is contains more dissolved solids. It is applied from the saline water. It is flows from concentrated of higher concentrated to lower concentration to the semi-permeable membrane. Here given the diagram of that one. Here entering of this that is what water, saline water, and it is settled down. It is fresh water, and these marine waters, that is what settled down the water. What is the principle of that one? Ion exchange process is impure water it is passed to the cationic exchanger resins and anionic exchanger resin. The two types of the resins are, that is cations and anion, means plus and minus. So this cation exchange resins is capable to the H plus ions. Anion exchange is capable to the OH minus ions. So this function of cation and function of anions is, function of cation in the sense cation exchange is resins are sulfonated copolymers of sterline and divinyl benzenes, and these resins can be represented at RH, that is cation exchangers. This is given a reaction 2RH plus calcium, it gives to R2Ca plus 2H plus, and this is the reactions. Next, function of anion exchanger. The anion exchanger functions are copolymers of sterines, and divinyl benzenes contains active quaternary amino groups, quaternary in the sense 4 amino groups, it gives to represented as ROH, it is amino group. Next, the influent from the cation exchangers column, it is passed to the diagram is given. What is that? Here free from water cationic exchanger, anionic means H plus and OH minus ions are there, which is gives to low pH, here high pH, neutral. Here advantages are given. No, what is that? Cationic free from anionic exchanger. You see the diagram. Advantages: the process is complete in few seconds, which is the process this of cationic exchangers. Amount of dissolved salt is brought down to the minimum. The use of chemical is minimized, and the exchange can be regenerated and used over again. This is what are advantages of this osmosis. Thank you.